Hello everybody, what is going on? So this is me TV and it's going to be a transfer talk. I was actually going to make this like my final transfer talk for this summer, but ultimately obviously anything can happen and anything can happen. So ultimately there's always going to be a transfer talk. There's always going to be rumors, and especially if players get injured, then there will be another transfer talk. So that's what I didn't actually do. I literally made the video. I was gonna upload it just now, but I was like, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's not do that because anything could really happen. So the transfer talk for today is gonna be just one single transfer, and it's because it's a player that we've been linked to for so long. I just wanted to clear everything up and just talk about everything in general. So the player that I'm talking about is Leroy Sané. So yes, we've been linked to him for nearly like 5 months now. And the rumors so far have always been that we were gonna get him next year. That if he stays at Schalke this year, we would go for him next year. And obviously the two teams being linked with him heavily were Manchester City and us. Now, basically the way the rumors were, the way they have been for the last 5 months, were basically this: Manchester City would buy him this summer for around 45 million euros, or Leroy Sané would stay at Schalke for 1 more year, and then he would come to us next year for 37 million euros. So those are the two rumors. Then about 2 weeks ago, Bild came out and said that Leroy Sané, he's basically already decided to join Manchester City, and that basically everything was set up, and now all that was left to do was to deal with Schalke, essentially, for them to find a solution, Schalke and Manchester City, and that's the only reason why he hasn't moved there yet. Now, when Robin got injured this weekend, suddenly all the rumors came back that we were still in for him, and obviously I was skeptic from the beginning. For those of you guys following me on Twitter or Facebook, I was really skeptical from the beginning, because we're not going to sign a new player because Robin is injured, because he's been injured all the time. And ultimately, if we were gonna buy a winger just because he got injured, we would have had about 50 wings. And I think it was someone on Twitter that said that. I can't exactly remember who it was, but someone on Twitter said that essentially, and I was like, yeah, that's totally true. If we were to get a winger every time Robin got injured, then we would have too many wingers. We would have too many players ultimately. And I know a lot of people have mixed opinions on this, but I still think Robin is a key part of the team. I think he's never been someone that's been injury free for a whole season, but ultimately it doesn't matter. As long as he can be healthy when the important moments are there, then he's gonna be starting. That's ultimately the way I view Robin, and to an extent Ribery as well right now. So that's my thoughts on that, right? Now the Leroy Sané rumors. I don't know who actually started first. I believe it might have been Built, who mentioned that we might still be in for him. But then I looked at the article, and it wasn't actually that they had their own sources. They were just speculating that maybe because now Robin is injured, we might still be in for him. And then his father came out, and his father, who's basically his agent, who is the head of the company, who his agent is basically. So he's basically the boss. He's basically his agent in a nutshell. So his father came out yesterday, no, 2 days ago, maybe yesterday or 2 days ago, I don't know exactly. But he was saying that, yes, we've been talking to Manchester City, but we've also been talking to Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, just name dropping. And I'm very skeptical of that, right? There might have been some talks, but that would have been for next season. I'm 100% certain that we're not going to sign Leroy Sané this season. Now, him naming Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, obviously Bayern Munich, we've been linked to him, so obviously that'd be an obvious one to get the price up. And and Real Madrid, who are known to spend quite big on players. Naming those two clubs, basically, it helps you drive the price up, and that's the whole purpose of him, trying to do that, because ultimately he's already been in. If the rumors are true, obviously he's been already in talks with Manchester City. Leroy Sané, he's basically supposed to go there already. Now the only thing is that Manchester City will have to spend that money on the money, 45 million or whatever they're trying to pay to Schalke. Now, with that being the case, I know it's not really a transfer, but much more of like a transfer explaining, and then I transfer talk at the end. But with that case, if Manchester City now hear, if he's been talking to Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, they would obviously spend a little bit more, and then the transfer would be over pretty much. It would quicken transfer basically. So that's my thought on that whole thing. That's why I don't think we're in it for him, and I think that's what his agent as well is trying to do. So yes. Today TZ came out, and they were saying that he's one of the 3 players that we're looking for the winger position, with Sanchez. I'm like, are you serious? Alexis Sanchez? Nah. I've mentioned that before. We're not going to sign him at all. With Alexis Sanchez in the mix and Gabriel Jesus. Now, Gabriel Jesus, I think, is the most likely one out of those three, because I do think that Sané is already gone to Manchester City. I do think that's basically done and dusted already, because all the rumours, all the reports from Bild and other like key newspapers and all the transfer rumours and whatnot from Manchester itself saying that it's basically done already. So I tend to believe that when all the reports are just saying that it's done ultimately. Now, and there's more to this. Yes, it's been such a long rumor that there's always going to be more to it. Now, the last one, and that came out about an hour or two ago, was Süddeutsche Zeitung, who basically said that we're not in for him. They basically said that they basically said what I just said essentially in a nutshell. They said that his father's comments and whatnot, they were just to drive the price up, and they're saying that's according to their own sources. If you've been following SZ lately, they've been pretty much spot on with most of the things that they've been saying. So I would definitely put that credible, which is why I'm tending to believe it. And ultimately, that's my fault in the whole thing. So they're saying that no, that is not the case. We've not been speaking to him since Robin's injury. That has not been the case, and we're not going for him this summer, especially not this summer. And that's it. That's all there is to the Leroy Sané transfer rumor. Whew, that was a lot to talk about, but yes. The question is, of course, how reliable do I think it is? I already said it pretty much, but I think it's pretty much not reliable at all. I do think that I do think there is no chance that we'll go for him this summer. Ultimately, I do think that him going to Manchester City is probably at around like a 90%. Him staying at Schalke is basically like a 5%. Okay, no, maybe that's a bit too much. Him going to Manchester City is probably at around a 60%. Him staying at Schalke is probably like a 25%, and him going to Bayern is a 5% chance. Just talking about this summer in general. And that's my thoughts on Leroy Sané. I know everyone likes having new shiny toys, but I'm personally someone, I like my old toys, I like my old players, I like the players that have been at the club for a while instead of just, as soon as they get injured, try and replace them. That's not my style, and ultimately that's just the way I roll. That's just my thoughts on the whole Leroy Sané deal, and obviously Ested saying that we're not linked with him at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, one transfer, 7 minutes, that's quite a long time for me. Yeah, like I said, I just want to make one video just on Leroy Sané in general, because I don't want to make another video on him unless suddenly 5 or 6 reports at the same hour come out saying that Leroy Sané has decided to sign for us, or that he's very close to us. Then that is the point where I'll make a video saying yes, maybe I was wrong. And I'll admit that I was wrong, but so far I'm telling you, I'm personally guaranteeing you 100% that he is not going to go to Bayern this summer. Absolutely, I'm 100% certain. Unless suddenly Coman gets injured. Costa's kind of injured already anyway, but unless suddenly Coman gets injured and Ribery gets injured. If they get injured in the next 2 weeks or so, okay, okay, you know what? Then I think 50 million and we're gonna go straight for him. But if it's not gone by then already, of course. But but unless those two players get injured, I don't think we're going to get another player. And also, as I mentioned already, I like my old toys. I like having my old players. I like the players that have been at the club already instead of trying to replace them every single summer. I know a lot of people, they like new players here, new players there. We need 2 new centre backs. We need 2 new wingers. We need 2 new midfielders. We need another striker. We need another goalkeeper. Let's get rid of Stark. I know a lot of people have been saying that after the last match, which I totally don't agree with. But yeah, I'm not like that. I'm like, yeah, what? Everyone can have a bad day. Everyone can have a bad match. So what? Let's move on. Right? That's just my thoughts, still, ladies and gentlemen. As always, you can rate, comment, favorite, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter on @MiaTV, and I am kind of reviving my old Facebook page, which is basically just going to be transfers whatsoever. Whereas Twitter is obviously much more. Where it's just me talking about whatever basically, and Facebook I'm gonna do that just for to keep up with all the transfers essentially. And you can follow me on there as well, or you can like me on there as well, at MiaTV. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is all there is from me for you guys today. I am planning to make 2 videos this week, but obviously tomorrow we're gonna play. Is it tomorrow? No, in 2 days we're gonna play against Manchester City, and I do want to make a quick video on that as well before the match, and that will be like a Manchester City versus Bayern Munich preview, as well a Ancelotti versus Pep Guardiola. Why they're not gonna be 2 different why the style is not going to be too different, and I'm going to make a video on that. Now, the match against Lippstadt kind of confirmed what I was thinking we were going to do with Ancelotti, and ultimately confirmed what I think we weren't going to do with Ancelotti. So that gave me a good base to basically make my thoughts up on how I think we're going to play with Ancelotti, and that's why you guys will see a video on that, like a preview / Ancelotti versus Pep / Bayern style 2015 / 2016 / 2017 / however long Ancelotti stays / why they're so similar, why their style will be so similar. And that's all you guys gonna get from me this week. And on Sunday I'm probably planning on doing another video, which I'm not gonna give away just yet. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, people, this was Leroy Sané TV. You can rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. I need something to drink. My mouth is dry. Peace out and have a nice day. Bye.